Good morning, everybody. Matt Modi here with oddsjam. You guys know the drill at this point. Getting some NBA player prop best bets in for today. So I will say that it's a lighter slate of NBA games tonight. We only have 3 games total, so the pool to choose from was a little bit lighter than normal. But I still did find a couple bets that I thought were really good. Lock them in. We can chat about it. I will say, to do a recap of yesterday, finally am starting to have some good days. Up about $1,000 total the past 2 days, which was sorely needed. As you can tell how like 5 of the 6 days went. Brought myself to green for the month, which is incredible when you just look at how bad these days were. It was amazing. 4 straight down days. Sunday was up. Happened to be the day the Eagles lost the Super Bowl. That sucked. And then immediately back down an aggressive amount the day after that. But 2 days in a row was able to be profitable. Thank God. Sorely needed. So, yep, just a little bit of a recap from yesterday. Real quick before I get started, I will say if you're watching this, first of all, thank you. And I would appreciate it if you could like, comment, and then subscribe to the channel if you have not yet already. And then if you want to find me on the social medias, you can at my Twitter handle you see on the screen here, Jedi Modi. I will say as the day goes on, I post more and more bets. I had a really good day yesterday with bets that I posted on Twitter. Majority of them hit, so definitely make sure to follow me there. And let's get into it. Play number 1. What we're looking at here is Terrence Mann to go over 3.5 rebounds, minus 109 odds at BetRivers. So number 1, the profitability, the math from this. The no vig odds price this at about minus 110, a little bit above minus 110, and we are getting it below this number at minus 109. So that gap right there, that is your profitability, right? The gap between the no vig odds and the BetRivers line. So this one I locked in. It's any Canby book, which is like BetRivers, Barstool, Unibet, TwinSpires. I locked this one in, risked to win $75. So right off the bat, you're going to ask about these no vig odds. And for those of you who are watching this, you probably already know where they are derived from. All you need to know is that they're pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world. I will say if you're interested in learning more about that, I definitely recommend checking out the YouTube channel. The first video I have posted on this YouTube channel is about how I personally have used oddsjam to profit. At that point, I think it was over 20K. Now I've gotten over the 25K mark, which is very nice. So if you want to learn more about like the no vig odds and stuff, I'd recommend checking that out. Long story short, they're pulled from the sports books that are consistently the sharpest. And then what I like to do is you can actually like look at the percentages of everything. So all odds have a win percentage associated with them. So if you click this calculator button, this bet will win roughly 52.47% of the time. So the sharp sports books are telling you this is going to hit 52.47% of the time. And then if you go to calculators, you go to odds converter calculator, you type in the odds of the bet you are placing, which in this case is minus 109. That has a break-even percentage of 52.15. So basically, if you're placing 1,000 bets at minus 109 odds and you win exactly 52.15% of the time, you will have broken even. If you win above that number, you will be profitable. And if you look, it's going to hit 52.47% of the time. So above that amount. Yes, it's a lower gap between these two numbers. It's not a huge gap between them, but profitability is profitability. And if you're beating the no vig odds, you're getting a profitable play. That will work out for you in the long run. Yes, you will have down days, down weeks like I've had, but overall, heavily in the green. And then if you just look, like January was incredible. I was up, I think it was like, 6K in January. December was really good as well, up 3K. And I had to take a week off because I wasn't in a legal betting state. So yeah, and that's from playing lower percentage plays like these consistently. They're still profitable, so they definitely shouldn't be avoided. So play number 1, Terrence Mann over 3.5 rebounds, minus 109 odds at BetRivers. And then next up, I actually found a play in the positive EV page, the arbitrage page. So arbitrage is when you can bet both sides of a line and be profitable. In this case, the ARB is you can bet the over 24.5 at plus 105 odds at DraftKings, and you can bet the under minus 104 at FanDuel. You can bet both sides and be profitable, but there are some situations where you could also get a positive EV bet from using the ARB page, and in this case we did on Kawhi Leonard to go over 24.5 points. So this is most commonly offered, or I guess I should say the most common book this is offered on is DraftKings at plus 105. For those of you that have Clutch Bet, you can get it at plus 110, but I'm assuming majority of people have it at DraftKings. But look at where the other sportsbooks price it. BetOnline and FanDuel favor the over by a pretty decent amount. Now, PointsBet is only giving us lines towards the over, so we don't know what the under is. Generally, PointsBet charges minus 115 each way. So my guess here is that this is 50-50, which is still good for us because we're getting this at plus 105. So if you look at the implied odds of plus 105, it's 48% win percentage. So books that do have it at 50-50 would favor us. Or DraftKings FanDuel and BetOnline, which heavily favor the over, also favors us as well. So I locked this one in. I would have liked to put $75 on this one, but as you can see, DraftKings, let me zoom in a little bit. DraftKings has me heavily limited, so I could only get $8.59. I would have liked to get $75, but that is the nature of the beast. But using the ARB page is another really good way to find profitable bets. I have been using it a lot more recently to kind of showcase this type of stuff. So Kawhi Leonard over 24.5 points plus 105 on DraftKings, and Terrence Mann over 3.5 rebounds minus 109 odds at BetRivers are my two NBA player props for today, and that is going to be it. So if you're tailing these two, comment and let me know, hoping for an undefeated night. Other than that, remember, as I mentioned at the beginning, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff helps me out a ton, and then hit me up on social media, and that's it. So appreciate everybody watching, and have a good one.